distributing information about Kamala Harris.
No, he's not.
Yes,
Let me just say one thing. We're all against disinformation here, but let me just ask you two pieces of disinformation that we know are disinformation. Where did the pandemic begin?
In China.
In a lab?
No.
You don't think it began in a lab in China, because that's not widely accepted that that's where it began. Yet if you said that in 2020, and I don't blame you, I blame the fact that we created disinformation in this country.
Yeah, you're a victim of disinformation.
Because it was created in a lab?
It was created in a lab in
Not
Wuhan.
in a bat cave.
And I don't even blame you. I don't even blame you because the government stopped you from being able to know that. So right now we're having a conversation where you believe that the pandemic did not begin, that COVID-19 did not begin in a lab in China, because guess what? That's exactly what our government required you to believe. If anybody said it did, they required it to be censored.
What evidence do you have that it was created in a lab?
You have you now actually have the genetics of the virus to be able to go back to actually the lab that was manipulating a non-human virus. So it was never a naturally occurring virus. The only way that they now know based on the genes.
SARS is not a naturally occurring virus?
SARS-CoV-2 is not.
It's current. Again,
It was designed to spread more rapidly, which is exactly why it did. But suffice to say that now at least every major scientist or medical researcher today who said 2 years ago that it did not believes this is the most likely origin of the pandemic. And yet most of the public, including even yourself, believes what the government told us 2 years ago. That's actual disinformation. Let me ask you another thing. Was the Hunter Biden laptop story on the eve of the last election, the 2020 presidential election? There was a lot of compromising information about Hunter Biden found on a laptop that was found about a month before the election. Was that made up or was that actually true?
Hunter Biden was prosecuted.
Was the laptop story, was it true or false?
It doesn't matter.
Turns out it was true, but you were told it was false. So we share with you a passion
Who
for
said it was false?
getting rid of disinformation.
U.S.
We do it just for free
intelligence.
speech.
The Central Intelligence Agency came out and signed a letter, 50 of them, saying that this was Russian disinformation. I lost my Twitter account because I started to share the Hunter Biden laptop during the election. 1 in 4 swing voters during the 2020 election said they would have voted differently if they knew about the Hunter Biden laptop. That's our own government.
Hunter
that's
Biden's not running
disinformation.
for presidency.
Yeah, but his dad was all throughout the laptop, talking about foreign deals, Chinese cash, Ukrainian meetings, Russian deals. All that was in the laptop.
Hunter Biden was prosecuted.
Right, that's not the
Just
point.
like how Trump was prosecuted.
Right.
34 felons.
Yeah, we got that. So I'm going back, though, to the laptop. Our own government came in and said that that laptop was Russian disinformation. Let me ask you a question, though. Do you believe that saying that closing schools during COVID was a good thing?
Yes.
Okay. That is now widely accepted as being epidemiologically wrong, morally wrong.
We got a lot of kids who are now suffering from mental health disorders. You got a lot of kids who have failed to acclimate socially, who are 2, 3, 4 years old, but that grew up into that.
More importantly, should I have been able to say during the pandemic that closing schools was wrong?
You as an individual?
And my media company.
Your media company? Probably not. But you as an individual? Sure.
So we're going to I agree, and this is where we're going to agree to disagree. We have a different
Stalinist view of speech, basically.
Well, I mean, Charlie, I think we even the labels aside, if somebody believes that you should not have been able to say during the pandemic that schools should remain open, if it's your belief that a media company should not have been allowed to say that, then I think if you're voting for Kamala Harris, you are voting for the right candidate for you. I truly believe that.
Okay, sure.
She is the censorship candidate. Her belief of the world is that if Charlie Kirk and Elon Musk get too
So
powerful...
when Donald Trump said that people who kneel for the national anthem should go to jail, is that free speech?
Well, he never said they should go to jail. He said they're not patriotic. He never said they should go to jail.
Yes, he did.
Again,
Look that up.
He never said they should go to jail.
Yes, he did.
Okay, see this again. You are a victim of disinformation.
No.
Let me ask you just one more question. Can men give birth?
Can men give birth?
Yeah.
If they're transgender.
So again, I mean, the beauty of this country, but the beauty of this country is that she gets to have that view and vote for who she wants. And I think we have laid out here, this is a Kamala Harris voter, right? If you believe men can give birth, vote for Kamala Harris, not Donald Trump. If you believe that you should not have been allowed to say as a media company that schools should not have closed during COVID-19, that you should have been banned from saying it, absolutely Kamala Harris is your candidate, not Donald Trump. This lays out the choice in the election.
Your media company should not put out disinformation.
But let me just one more question. Who judges its disinformation? Who's in charge of that standard?
It depends on what it is. If we're talking about COVID, we should look for the medical scientists and doctors.
Were they wrong about anything during COVID?
Some things.
So then why should we give them unilateral authority? This is where we're different. We believe the first...
This is science, not scripture. So science can be changed. Yes, that's how science works. It always evolves. We believe that